Hello, my name is Yahima Monticello, and this is my Psychology Interactive Assessment, Week 5. If you'd like, you could pull out your textbook and follow along with me. I'm currently on page 376, and I'll be talking about disorders and behaviors that I've read in Chapter 13. In the textbook, it gives us really good examples of what a possible disorder could be. For example, the first patient was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder because they just felt the need to keep doing a certain task every day. Like if it was to clean, they'd always have to clean on this certain day, on this certain hour. Or, as in the book, each time that person was going to leave their house, they had to touch the wall where they felt like it was good luck, in a sense. And if they didn't touch the wall, that something bad would happen to them in that day. Another example is someone who's diagnosed with depression. And I don't know much about disorders, so this chapter was very informing for me. And the example here is when this person gets depressed, they get a loss of sense of their self. They don't find reasons to exactly love themselves, or think they're ugly, and they don't want people around them, and when they get to that point, they start pushing people away, and they become short-tempered, causing people to go away as they wanted, but in their mind they think that the reason people don't stay around is simply because they are ugly and nobody likes them, which is not the case most of the time. The book also gives us very good questions that we should ask ourselves when it comes to disorders. And first, how do we define a psychological disorder? Second, what can we do to understand one type of disorder, to understand disorder A, to understand disorder B, disorder C, and so on and so forth. Do we underline biological factors when it comes to psychological disorders? And how should we classify these disorders? I know from what I've been reading that disorders with each time have changed. So disorders that existed or were very common years ago may be completely different now. Like homosexuality was considered a disorder until 1973, which I did not know. But now most mental health workers no longer consider same-sex attraction as inherently dysfunctional or distressing. So by reading that off of the textbook, it's safe to say that homosexuality is not a disorder compared, for example, like ADHD. So I know with ADHD, they're always looking for alternatives to see what they can do to improve that person's lifestyle, and for them to be more comfortable in what they're doing in their own skin, but when someone has these psychological disorders, I always ask myself, what are the symptoms of their medication? What is the lasting effect of this medication? Depending on the disorder that they have, can this be cured, or can this be, I don't know, prevented from future generations? Yeah. Alright, that's it for week 5's video. Thank you guys for listening and following along with your textbooks. Also, if you have any suggestions on how I could improve myself in future videos that I either do for this class or for any other class, please tell me in the comments and I will do such. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great evening or a great night.